Hello friends, we are going to discuss about section 9 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. What is this section 9? Section 9 speaks about the interim measures by the court whenever there is a dispute between the parties. Any of the party to the agreement, that is arbitration agreement, may prefer an application under this section 9 to the court of law for granting an interim order, interim measure for protection of, for safeguarding of the subject matter of the dispute in between the parties. Before going to the details of section 9, we should know a brief about this basic concept of arbitration. What is arbitration? It is a private adjudication and the parties have full autonomy to appoint the judge. Here the judge means a private judge, a private adjudicator, and who is called the arbitrator. The arbitrator who is appointed by the parties, or as the case may be, the arbitrator is sometimes it appointed by the court of law as well. Now this arbitrator, who is a neutral person who hears and decides the dispute based on the merits and of course giving the reasons for his decision, which is called the award. And this is one of the best methods of resolving dispute between the parties, especially in the commercial transactions. Whenever there is a contract between the parties of the business dealings and business terms and conditions and the business stipulations, whenever one of the parties to this commercial contract, one of the parties to this business agreement breaches, defaults, refuses, and does not perform or fails to perform, the aggrieved party can resolve this dispute through this method of arbitration. As we know, this is one of the best methods of resolving the disputes outside the court, and in this regard we have one important provision of this Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. That provision is section 9. What is this section 9? Section 9 is interim measures ordered by the court. What is the need of this section 9? What is the need of this interim measure? What happens is, whenever there is a dispute and the subject matter which is involved in the dispute is to be taken care of, is to be safeguarded before the other party dissipates, destroys, damages, or alienates the entire or partial value of this subject matter of the dispute, the party should take care and safeguard his interest equally. And with this objective, section 9 provides the remedy where the party can file an application before the court of law for an interim order for such safeguarding of the subject matter of the dispute. What section 9 speaks about? Section 9 is an interim measure for the purpose of not only protecting or safeguarding the subject matter or the property or assets of the dispute. It is also for appointment of the receiver. It is also for the appointment of the guardian for the minor or for the unsound mind person for the purpose of participating in the arbitration proceedings. It is not limited to only such appointment of guardian for unsound mind person or the minor, or not only for the receiving appointment of the receiver or the other measures under this section 9 are for detention, for preservation, and for safeguarding, for sale of any of the goods which are the subject matter of the dispute, the order under section 9 can also be given by the court of law. And not only this, the other purpose of section 9 is that it can authorize any person to enter upon the land or building or premises which is a subject matter of the dispute between the parties for the purpose of taking any evidence, for the purpose of taking any scientific or information, or for the purpose of uh, doing any experiments also. The court can order under section 9 for authorizing any person to do this with an objective of taking care of the subject matter of the dispute, or safeguarding the subject matter of the dispute. Not only this, section 9 also authorizes the court to grant interim injunction, and it can also order for the appointment of the receiver for taking care of the property. Why this entire exercise under section 9? Because the very statement, the very starting wording of the section 9 under this Arbitration and Conciliation Act begins with that the court can order such a interim measure to avoid any dissipation, to avoid any damage, destroy, to avoid any alienation of the assets or property as the subject matter of the dispute before the dispute is resolved. And when this section 9 interim measure can be granted, can be applied by the party can very well apply before appointing the arbitrator, during the arbitration proceedings, or even after passing of the arbitral award, but before it is executed, the interim measures can be ordered by the court of law. However, the recent amendment 2015 Arbitration Amendment Act has brought very significant changes in this regard, with regard to the power of the court under section 9 to grant interim measures. What is this change that is brought in 2015 amendment? It says that once the arbitral tribunal is constituted, once the arbitrator is appointed, the court shall not hear the application filed under section 9, and the interim measures shall have to be taken care by the arbitral tribunal only, not the court. One more important change that is brought in 2015 Amendment Act is that once the interim measure is granted by the court of law, the arbitration tribunal shall be constituted within 90 days time from the date of such order. These are the two significant changes brought in 2015 Amendment Act of Arbitration. Let us discuss about the first significant change, that is, when the section 9 application is filed after constitution of the arbitral tribunal, the court shall not hear this application. However, many courts are of the opinion that the court's power continues without having regard to this Amendment Act 2015, because the very act itself says, unless the court finds that the arbitrator award, unless the court finds that the arbitrator order under section 17 as an interim measure turns to be inefficacious, the court shall continue to hear the application under section 9. That means the court shall not hear the application under section 9 once the arbitration tribunal is constituted, unless there is a need, unless there is a case made out that the arbitrator's interim measure under section 17 will become inefficacious. That means when an interim measure under section 17 is inefficacious, or when the court finds the reason that the arbitrator's order under section 17 would be inefficacious, in such case also, even after constituting the arbitral tribunal, the court can very well hear section 9 application and pass an order under section 9. Now, coming to the wordings of the section 9, before, during and after passing of the award, but before it is executed, the court can pass interim measures under this section 9. What is the need of this section 9 interim measure before constituting or during the arbitral proceedings, or even after the passing of the award but before it is executed? Because when the or before the constitution of the arbitral tribunal, generally, sensing that the other party is going to initiate the arbitration proceedings, sensing that the other party is going to initiate the remedy through the court of law or through this arbitration mechanism, the party under whose control, under whose possession the assets are lying, under whose possession the property is lying, there is every possibility that he may immediately dissipate, transfer, alienate, or destroy, or do anything in his interest and against the interest of the party who is raising the dispute. This is with regard to the properties, this is with regard to the assets, this is with regard to the interest and the subject matter of the dispute in arbitration. Now, to avoid such transfer, to avoid such dissipating, destroying, or alienation of the property or subject matter, the party can file application under section 9 to take care of these properties, to safeguard the value, to safeguard the interest of the properties or assets or the subject matter of the dispute. In that case, the court can issue such a interim measure under section 9, and this is before constituting the arbitral tribunal and during the proceedings of the arbitral tribunal, that is even after constituting the arbitral tribunal and before even after passing the award but before the award is executed, enforced in accordance with section 36 of the Arbitration Act. Now, once the award is executed, once the arbitral award is enforced, section 9 application will not be entertained and section 9 application cannot be heard by the court of law. Everything is to be done with regard to section 9 only before the award is enforced or executed. Now, the first question with regard to this section 9 is, who shall file this section 9 application? That is, the parties to the arbitration agreement can file this application under section 9. Which court the section 9 application shall be filed into? The court as defined in section 2(1)(e), that is the district court or the high court, having the original jurisdiction as if it was the subject matter of in a civil suit before that particular court. The either district court or the high court having original jurisdiction will have jurisdiction to hear the application under section 9. Now the parties to the arbitration agreement can file this application under section 9, and the court, proper court for this section 9 is the district court and also the high court, having the original jurisdiction to hear, as if the civil suit is heard before that court as a original jurisdiction. That court will have jurisdiction for the purpose of section 9 application. In case of this international commercial dispute, international commercial arbitration, if one of the parties is a non-Indian, then the High Court will have jurisdiction to entertain this application under section 9. Another technical point, very significant in this section with regard to this section 9, is that the court in which the section 9 application is filed, all subsequent applications, all subsequent filings with regard to that dispute shall have to be filed in the same court which hears this section 9 application. Once you file in a particular court this section 9 application, and subsequently you cannot file in any other court for this for any other remedy with regard to the same dispute. This is one more technical aspect with regard to this section 9 application. Whether there is appeal available against this order of section 9, whenever court grants or refuses to grant interim measure under section 9, this order under section 9 is appealable under section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. The order and the appeal provision is available under section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act against the granting or refusing to grant the order under section 9. And this is the very basic information about the section 9, and I have given certain case laws related to the landmark case laws are given in the description of this video, and you can go through these cases. If you have any question for discussion, you are most welcome. You can raise your questions. Thank you.